Hi guys! My name is Elisha and I am a consistent honor student. Honor student yarn. Ever since I was younger, I have hoped and prayed na makapasok sa mga state universities and even in public universities kasi syempre, with scholarship. As most of us already know, college tuition is very expensive. Like, expensive. Ganon siya. You know what I'm saying? Yung nakakadagdag pa doon is, yung gusto kong course is related to healthcare. That is why I only had one goal nung pumasok ako ng junior high school. That is to get good grades. For context, I would like to give you a brief background on my academic journey. I graduated from grade school as a salutatorian, passed through my junior high school years under a special science curriculum with honors, won competitions on various disciplines, and recently, my senior high school journey as a STEM student ended with me being awarded with high honors, all by the grace of God. And like any other teenager who is about to enter college as a freshman, I applied to every university. And as what you already have read in the title, I was rejected so many times. So, ayun, the first question siguro na gusto nyong itanong sa akin is, Elisha, paano mo kinakaya? Ano na ang nangyayari sa puso mo ngayon? Ganon. Pero ayun, to be honest, hindi ko siya kinaya. Parang ganon. It's a lot to take. Parang ganon. Kasi syempre, you have prayed for it. You have hoped for it. Intense yung desire mo sa kanya. At hindi lang siya desire. You thought of it as a need. There are times na sobrang umiyak ako mga moms. Siguro mga at least 8 times yung pag-iyak ko. Pero I'm not sure, feeling ko nga at least 13 mga ganun. Kasi nga, grabe, parang hindi ko siya natanggap at first. Kasi, I have hoped for something else. There were moments pa nga na tinanong ko yung mother ko na, why is this happening to me? I know that I've done my best. Hindi ko na siya kaya i-take. The feeling was unexplainable. It was a feeling that you would get after praying, hoping, manifesting, and declaring something in your life, pero hindi siya nangyari. During those times, I was really, really down to the point na sinabi ko kay Lord, kinonfront ko si Lord. Sabi ko sa kanya, Lord, you know how much we need this scholarship. You know how much I needed to pass this university. Alam niyo, Panginoon, na wala po kaming source of income because of the pandemic. But, ayun nga, Panginoon, why are you letting me experience this? Ilang beses ko iniyak kay Lord yung lungkot na naramdaman ko sa puso ko. At ayun, gumawa din ako ng iba't ibang mga gawain. Parang dinistract ko muna yung sarili ko para hindi ako malungkot. Ginawa ko, naghanap ako ng bagong hobby. Nag-try ako mag-learn ng bagong... Mag-learn? Matuto ng... Taray ng mag-learn ha. Parang matuto ng bagong instrument. Ganon. Nanood ako ng favorite kong series. Bumalik ako sa The Originals. So, parang nanood lang talaga ako, tinry ko maging masaya. Ang nangyari nun, hindi na-solve yung lungkot ko. Nandun pa rin siya somewhere deep in my heart. Kaya, kapag napag-uusapan yung topic na yun, meron pa rin, luha na tumutulo. Ganon. So, ayun. bumalik ako sa kailangan kong kausapin, which is si Lord. Ginawa kong mas intense yung devotional and prayer life ko. Kasi alam ko na yun lang talaga yung makakasolve nung pain. And I prayed to God for Him to help me heal again, to help me believe again, so that makakapagpatuloy pa rin ako kahit hindi ko nagustuhan yung nangyari. And there, it was on the 27th of July when I realized why the Lord had to destroy all of my plans, why the Lord made me go to a different path. And I would like to share that to you guys in this video. Feeling ko kasi guys, the reason why you played this video is because you also have faced many rejections in your life. You have faced many no's. Naging disappointed din kayo. So siguro there is a situation in your life na naging disappointed kayo kasi pinag-pray nyo siya, hinintay nyo siya ng matagal pero hindi siya nangyari. At magtiwala kayo sa akin mga beshies. Kahit masakit siya, there are a lot of reasons kung bakit kailangan nyo siyang pagdaanan, kung bakit kailangan nyong maramdaman yung sakit na yun. At ito yung mga rason na yun. First reason is because you are being prepared and tested. God often calls us into situations that will frighten us because the Lord wants us to learn how to fully trust in Him. When moments are rough, it is even difficult to trust God. But that is the concept of faith. The reason why you find yourself in the middle of life's greatest challenges is because the Lord wants to prepare you into receiving the biggest blessings that you will ever have. Katulad nga ng kasabihan, di ba? You won't fully or you won't truly know the value of something if you won't experience how difficult it is to have it. Yes, you will experience pain that will cause heaviness in your heart, yung tipong sukong-suko ka na. Pero when you still decide to trust God with it, yung tipo bang sukong-suko ka na pero sinasabi mo pa rin kay Lord na, Lord, kahit masakit, magtitiwala pa rin ako sa iyo. Lord, I know that you have bigger plans for me. The Lord will remember that you said that. And remember, God's delay doesn't mean God's denial. Sabi nga dito sa James 1 verses 2 to 4, count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Nasasaktan ka kasi gusto ng Panginoon na i-bring out niya yung the best inside of you. Gusto ng Panginoon na ma-develop yung character mo to the point na when you receive the biggest blessings in your life, you will be prepared enough for it to last. Another reason kung bakit ayaw ng Panginoon na ibigay sa'yo yung gusto mo is because the Lord saw the possibility of you being harmed by your own plan. God is the exact definition of perfection. Natatandaan niya lahat ng mga ginawa mo sa nakaraan, lahat ng ginagawa mo ngayon, and He already has a visualization on what will happen to you in the future. Maybe the Lord didn't give you that job because He knows that your boss will require you to work on Sundays. Siguro hindi rin hinayaan ni Lord na makapasok kayo sa university na yon kasi alam niya na mahihirapan ka ng sobra. Maybe the Lord didn't give you that big break, as in yung big opportunity na nakikita mo, kasi narinig ng Panginoon yung mga bagay na hindi mo narinig. Maybe the Lord allowed you to face rejection now than facing bigger problems in the future. Yes, na-reject ka, pero that was because minahal ka ng Lord. Sabi nga dito sa Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Third reason, your plan is good but you are not meant to experience good things. God believes that you deserve the best. Why would God give you what you expected to receive if He knows that He can exceed your expectations? If the Lord knows that He can give you more than what you asked, why would the Lord settle for less? You are precious in His eyes because you are His child. And just like what our parents have hoped for us, the Lord wants to give us what's best for us, even if it means bringing our plans down. Also, rejection may mean that things are not going your way, but it is an assurance that God's plans will prevail. Sabi nga dito sa Proverbs 29 verse 11, "Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail." Marami pa akong gustong i-share sa inyo guys, pero sa tingin ko baka mag-exceed ng 1 hour tong video na to. Pero I am praying na lagi nating tatandaan na sabi nga sa kantang Waymaker, even when we don't see it, God is working. So let's keep praying, let's keep hoping, keep fighting, and keep the faith because the Lord will keep His promises. The best is yet to come in your life. The best is yet to come in our life. Great things take time, but it will surely come to you at the right time. You just have to be patient. My friend, you've done everything that you could. Ginawa mo na ang lahat. And now, it's time for you to let go and let God do His part.